Hello everyone. Just getting everything set up on the back end. Rather than having you guys stare at me like crazy. I don't know, you might love that. But just you'll be watching me look at the screen. Not so fun, right? All right, so happy, what? Where's my camera? Minor technical difficulties, hold on. All right, there we go, peekaboo. So I have my window open behind me, so it looks like I have a nice angelic glow today. And we will actually, let me get that cover up. So let's look at this. Okay, accept all. Here we go. So let's look at this cover right here. I wonder if I can open the image in a new page. No. All right, let's do this another way. 2 seconds. Let me just capture it right here. All right. Bring this up here. Bring this up. There we go. All right, so let's make this bigger. Zoom it in. Whoop. Okay, so now we have, oh, great. So now we have Fox News, now what, right? Ukraine's game plan, why civil wars are lasting longer, and a special report on the car industry. We have a little angel over here. Note the shape too. Maybe a new high in the market, and then I, the devil. So maybe this is an increase in the market and then a drop, right? We have some sideways price action today on the SPY, but many times we know the saying is sell in May and go away. Well, next Friday, which would be the New Economist cover, it comes out every Friday, is the last trading day of the month. Today is the monthly expiration. So when we look at it, we look at the volume just for the month right here. This is the point of control of the monthly volume, which we are above right now. It's hanging out around 410.70 right here. How many times did we test it today? We tested it a lot. Let's go in, zoom in a little bit more. Let's pull it over this way, right? So for the month so far, we had some selling that happened 2 days ago. Is that yesterday? 20th, yesterday. Up here at 413.41. But then it looks like there was some buying action that brought the point of control back down to 410.70. So there's a potential for this to pop up, right? Potential for us to create this new angelic high in the market and then crash it down, right? I love looking at them and trying to figure out what's going on, because many times they will give us interesting things in the covers, like Fox just had, you can see big volume here, oh, big volume, and then they had to pay out. Do you think that some people knew, right? Yes. So what's the other cover interest there? Ukraine's game plan. All right, maybe the military stocks on that. Civil wars and why they're lasting longer. And then the car sector. Let's look at Carvana. Although we could look at let's go here. So when we look at the car group, Avis, they have a lot of resale of cars. Well, this looks like it's at a low at a bottom. They have earnings coming up. So I'd watch the car sector. Going in, we did see GM that had a bigger move. They also have earnings happening next week as well. Car budget, GM, Hertz. Did Hertz come out of bankruptcy yet? Yes, it did. Back on the NASDAQ, right? Hertz has earnings coming out next week. So I definitely watch the car sector going into next week to see what we have going on. But let's look at the SPY. We'll get into the list. This morning I did do a free Friday since I couldn't do it on the first Friday of the month because I had no power, right? I could have, but it didn't work out so well. Okay, let's go to the two side by side right over here. So when we're looking, it really looks like that level has actually held as support, right? We look at it on a smaller time frame. This is 3 hours. Let's even put it on a 15-minute over here. Let's see, I can adjust it, and where is the bottom of it? Here we go. Pull it on over. It takes a little bit of time to populate. Let's go, let's hide this for now. Right? We'll get rid of this stuff. Right? So as it's populating, it'll pop up here for us. But right now we're definitely in a downward trend since Wednesday. But if we break above that, really the 412, our highs of today, there's a pretty good chance that we're going to get a bigger squeeze going into close. Now today does have higher volume because it is the monthly expirations. Right now they're just sort of trading it sideways, really range bound, a little drop down. But if we look at this, let's pull this up here, stretch it a little bit. I am seeing an inverted head and shoulders for today's trading so far, and strength, right? I'm seeing that they brought it down. There was the right shoulder with volume. There's the head with volume. We had a bigger buying wick right here. So if it fails below 410.90, going into the close, I am bullish on the SPY unless it fails below 410.92. If it goes below that, failed inverted head and shoulders. If this is a true inverted head and shoulders and we are looking for the move, 177 off of 412.20, so that's 413.97, almost 414 right up here. I have a little alert up there. Should we cross up there? So that would be my rough target for the end of the day with this inverted head and shoulders set up on the 15-minute chart, as long as it can really clear, right? It needs to clear. It's having a bit of struggle with these two moving averages over here. All right, so let's check out the Qs. Lots of big dark pool prints today. And if you guys don't know, every Monday I am teaching in the dark pools.com training pit, where you can learn all about the big block prints, right? We teach you all about the block prints. We also have a crypto room. We have the Java Pit trading room, which is more advanced once you understand the lingo that we're talking about, because you need to learn on that first. Otherwise, your head would spin and go, what on earth? So when we're looking at the Qs, it's actually looking a bit stronger, right? We don't have a head type scenario down at the bottom here. We just have an upward wedge, really. And you might even move this up here to 316.60. If it were to break up above 316.60, even more confirmation above the 200 exponential on the 15-minute up at 317, then we're likely going to see a squeeze into close if we can break up above there, right? But this is looking fairly strong. It's looking stronger than the SPY. Russell also has some bigger volume today. Lots of crazy prints, but probably just option stuff going on. And then the Dow, which is 30 stocks and the easiest to manipulate. If you guys are watching and you have questions or you want to check out a stock, put it in the chat. I'd be happy to answer your questions. I'm actually going to put a poll, and let's see, top chat, live chat. Here we go. All right, let me go and put it. I forget where the poll is. Hold on. Here we go. And poll. Are we going to have a sell in May and go away? This year? Yes or no? All right, there we go. Post that. So let me know what you think on the poll. I'm anticipating a yes on it because we don't have a resolution to the debt ceiling as of yet. Still up in the arms. We actually have Fed Powell talking about it right now. Also, side note, gold, I have gold and silver up behind me. Major heist at the Toronto airport, 22 million from a major Canadian bank, right? They actually said that the total amount was probably over 100 million USD. And the police are saying the amount stolen, was 20 million. So they only took part of the shipment, not the whole thing. Like, you know, if you only take 20%, it's not gonna go noticed, right? So why not just take 20%? Maybe it was the weight, but it was 3,600 pounds stolen, which means gold is likely gonna move. If these thieves are stealing gold, why? They know that the gold has value, right? Let's look at the dollar. So the dollar is up a little bit today. I'm gonna put it on this one. I'm gonna go down the list: dollar, silver, gold, oil, natural gas, and then we'll head into the list over here. All right, so dollar right now has been in this downward wedge, right? We found support on this trend line that was set up back over here. And as a result, are we going to test this again, or are we going to break out up over here over 103? Right now, it does really like, I love the 3-day chart. It does tend to follow the 4 and the 8 exponential average down. It has been bouncing off of this trend line as well as the 200 exponential moving average. So we're looking for a further test down of the 188 level. If it breaks from there, likely gold and silver are going to scream higher, right? So let's look at the gold chart. As we see that gold, let's put the DXY up here. As we see that gold is moving up, right here, the dollar was moving down. They tend to be inverse of each other. This is a sort of abnormal move right now, which seems very manipulated. And there was a guy on Twitter that posted that the swapping merchants had actually bought shorts on gold. When we look at silver, same thing. Silver tends to move up as the dollar moves down, this orange line right here. So we see that the dollar is going a bit sideways, and we have silver pulling back a little bit. So we do need to see silver break up above, this is I believe 24.85, and this is 26.12, I believe. So we do need to see, oh, this is 25.12. Let's take the dollar off. There we go. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, 25.40 is this level right here that we need to break back up above before we're going to see silver go up and test for the second time up here. So we had a test, then these are 3-day candles. 3 days, 6 days, pulled back, and this support is holding fairly well at 24.92. So we are up above larger points of control. So we are looking for this to have a bigger move up. If you go and you check out Michael Silver Squeeze, hold on, let me grab it right over here. Michael Silver Squeeze, who has been posting the daily. Love the work he does. Got to give him a shout out. He puts in the work, and I'm happy to share it because he does some amazing things. Okay, so here is Michael Silver Squeeze, right? Open interest rises again to highest levels since April 2021 and is now equal to 290% of all vaulted silver. So what does that mean? Okay, so if we look at the vault totals, there's 273 million ounces, right? If all of these open interest contracts that are 5,000 ounces each were to be called, if people were to say, I want delivery today, that means that 1 in 3 would actually take delivery, all right? That's including, those are the registered and eligible. So what does that mean, right? So the eligible, it's anticipation that it's good for delivery, right? Warranted metal for futures delivery. So it can be moved from the eligible to the registered. So the registered is already set, ready to go, but the eligible is like, hey, yeah, potentially, right? So when you add the two together, you get the vault totals because they're counting the ones that are eligible. So say everybody were to call it immediately and we only have the registered metals available. 1 in 25 contracts. 1 in 25 contracts would be honored. So let's do 25 times 25.02. That gives us a potential market value of $625 an ounce. Should all of the contracts be called at once? Now, hasn't happened as of yet, but say Janet Yellen and Fed Chairman Powell come out and they say, you know what, we're gonna go gold backed, like bricks. We're gonna go gold backed, asset backed for all of these assets that are coming on board. All right, cool, great, awesome. What's gonna happen? Prices are going to skyrocket. Copper and silver are two of the most heavily used metals in the world for industrial uses. Gold is a little bit more expensive, so they don't use it as much. So silver and copper have the largest potential growth. When we look at the growth between silver and gold as well, gold grew 17% and silver grew 30%. All right, let's get into the day trading list. All right, let's look at Tesla. Let's back it out a little bit. Let's put this on a 5-minute. You guys are being quiet. Don't be quiet, don't be shy. I won't bite your head off. All right, so here we are looking at Tesla. Tesla had a nice short this morning below 163.50, down to 161, set that up pre-market. So those people that watched me live earlier were prepared, right? They were prepared for that short opportunity heading into the day. Now we have a doji. Wait and see where we go from here into the end of the day. All right, let's look at Salesforce. So Salesforce had a nice long trade up above 197.60. I did say watch out for the candlesticks over here. 198.20 might be a topping area. Sure enough, we tested there and it has not broken up above yet today. If it were to break up above 198, even over here, 198.50, pretty much the high of the day, looking at our 24-hour candlestick, then we're likely going to see a move up to the 200 level. All right, so keep that on watch. If we break down below, we do have a nice candlestick over here. Might come down to 194.80 longer term. All right, let's look at AT&T. All right, so AT&T, big drop yesterday with earnings. Nice recovery today, up above 17.88. A nice $1.50 move to the upside. If you'd watched this morning, you have been prepared to capitalize on that with those levels. All right, let's go to Coinbase. Coinbase had an inside day today, but looked like it wanted to come and test down below or retrace a bit, so it did drop lower. We've also seen that Mara and Riot, so the three really that all sort of trade together with Bitcoin, Coinbase, Riot, and Mara. So if you see that Bitcoin is dropping, know that those stocks will probably as well. Hey, good morning, Funny Bones. I like the name. Where are you tuning in from, Funny Bones? I'm in Canada. If it's morning, I'm guessing West Coast or middle of the country. All right, let's look at AI. Coincidence, right? AI, and we have AI over here on the cover. Came down to the 200 exponential moving average, almost the 161, and it's sort of holding sideways, much like the SPY, right? We have a little bit of an upward triangle. If we put the upward bound up here at 2068 area, so if it breaks from there, we might see that it moves up to 21. All right, let's look at Apple, the majors, right? Apple is one of the ones that can definitely move the market. So we had a low this morning, right down here, 162.99, right off of this upward trend line. On the bigger picture for Apple, we have a longer downward trend line up here as the upper bound, which is roughly on our intraday chart, hanging out at 167.60. So looking to see if we consolidate and we break out from here. In my opinion, I feel like the market wants to pop, create a newer high, and then sell off for May. Just my thoughts. It kind of goes with the, angel move up and then the crash down. So could be totally reading into that too much. or not. We'll see what happens, right? Feels like they're trying to suck shorts in to then squeeze them, pop it higher, and sell heavily into the May and go away. All right, so we have Apple today. Nice long setup, came up, hit the 161 and the 200 exponential, actually closed the gap, it looks like. I'm not sure if that was an actual trade because that is, well, the close was up here at 166.66. So yeah, we actually moved up there. Oh, look, isn't that interesting? They had the same price here at 8 a.m. Interesting. All right, let's look at Microsoft. So Apple and Microsoft tend to move the market. If we see Microsoft move up above 286 today, there's a good chance that we will have a bit of a squeeze. If we put this right here, hold on. Nope, I want to move this like this, right? So if we have a break up above 286.20, good chance that it will continue to move to the upside there, right? Just like we had a squeeze here, that was a pretty fast move to the upside. Are we going to see that end of day today? We can see, hey, they hit the 200 exponential, and look at how that is holding as a resistance moving exponential average on the 5-minute chart. All right, let's look at UBS. So UBS has earnings coming up next week. Was also in a pretty good spot. It was down here, a doji this morning, and it is reclaiming the downward drop, a bit of a retracement here. Ah, nice, funny bones. So we're hitting the bottom of this candlestick, and we're also hitting the 161 exponential. This might roll back over here. All right, so Bat Scientist is betting that SQQQ hits 40 before the end of June. I'd get 40 calls expiring 3 months from now. The daily is setting up for a bullish inverse head and shoulders formation. Yeah, if we look at the SPY, you weren't here earlier. Well, we'll talk about it again. I'll go and show you. On the intraday, I do see an inverse head and shoulders on the SPY right here. Shoulder, head, shoulder that is stronger, right? Because it's higher than this one, and we had some volume come into it. Typical pattern, descending volume until we have the breakout, and I would put the breakout zone right here around 412. So if we can break out consistently up above 412, confirmed move up above 412.50, then we're gonna see a scream up to roughly 414 into the end of day, in my opinion, right? No guarantees in trading. I'm not a financial advisor. I used to have my license back in 2000. All right, so UBS, potential to roll over. Meta, I think that we will have that sell in May and go away, Bat Scientist. But look at this, Meta as well came down. Nice move to the upside. Did you trade any of the trades from this morning, Bat Scientist? Since you had all the setups too? So we've had a nice move up. Dollar off of the 211 break right here that happened at 11 o'clock today. And AMD, Roger's favorite. So AMD continuing to the downside, just could not break out against that downward trend. And sure enough, came down. We tested over here, 88, the low over here, which was 88.59. Yep, we came down just below it, a little retracement here, and looks like we might have a secondary test of the 88.60. We'll see if that holds, if more buying pressure comes in. There was a nice buying wick right there. All right, do you all have any questions or anything else that you would like to check out? Put it in. I will also pull up, let's see, let's check out some crypto here too. So let's see what's moving to the upside today. We have XLM moving to the upside. Let's put it on the 24-hour chart. Hanging out. It has broken above the moving averages. Looks like it wants to attempt to hold that 161 exponential moving average on the 24-hour. Doge as well has had a move up and is attempting to hold it. Quant as well, but it's moved to the downside. Really big volume on the 13th of April. DXY, we talked about that. Algo is still in that downward trend a bit. Bitcoin not able to hold 28,000. Ooh, it's not good. If we go down, let's do this. Let's go from the low over here. What's our point of control? Right here. We are below the point of control. No bueno. Potential for this to move down to 27,392 if we're not able to reclaim this here. Let's look at it on a 3-hour chart. Let's see if it'll come up for us. All right, 3-hour chart. Looks like we're dancing around. I like to say tangoing. Just above, just below, just above, just below. I'd say probably more confirmed. There's probably a nice big buying zone here. People are like, yes, I want to get in at 27,850. And then if that fails, bye-bye. Down to 27,600. Then on down to 27,360, 27,200, and so on. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I hear you. You were up all night. That's why. What about your other job? You weren't working? All right. So there we have Bitcoin. Let's look at XDC moving up. XDC is looking fairly bullish out of all of them, right? Cardano as well, looking to hold the 33 exponential and the 200 exponential. Came up, tested it, pulled back, tested, pulled back, and broke above. Will this hold as support over here for Cardano? IOTA, below. Let's see how low it'll go. No, just kidding. All right, Solana as well. Testing. You can see how these really act as resistance as well. All right, and the XRP pulling back with Bitcoin, right? Does tend to trade much like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I personally do not touch Bitcoin or Ethereum. I don't like them. Personally, doesn't mean that they are not amazing to trade. All right, anything else that you guys would like to check out? Let me know. I'd be happy to check it out on the chart. If there's any stock or anything you'd like to check out, let me know. Otherwise, I will wrap it up for today. So I'm going to give you guys, there's a bit of a delay. I'm going to give you guys a couple seconds. And I'm going to finish off the poll. And the poll. So we do have 66% say yes, sell in May and go away. 33% say no. All right. So I think we will. And my thoughts are that we are going to see silver scream higher. When we look back, let's put it on a 33. We have this big wedge that's setting up. The big resistance areas are 2612, 2722, and 2880. Above 2880, we'll quickly see 3220, and then on up to 34, 36, 3940, and so on. So I think we're about to see a major short squeeze. You know what? We could look at SLV, short volume. That'll give us a picture. Oh, really? It's showing me 33 days. I don't want 33. Let's go here. Oh, yeah, for sure. Anytime. And don't be shy. You're welcome to ask questions. I will not bite. All right, so the silver short volume is actually really dropping right now. So this is the total monetary value of the shorts on silver, and it's coming almost down to like an all-time low. The lowest it was before that was December 21, 728. I guess that's dollars. Oh, shares. Okay, so it's the lowest. Oops. The lowest share count was 728,000. So we're just double that. The highest recently was way up here, February 3rd of 2023. And let's just for fun add on the silver futures to see how the price of silver. Okay, so shorts on silver increased and the price increased. Then as it went up, shorts increased, right? As the price has been rising, it looks like the shorts want to get in. Oh, I want to get in on this action. Now they're finally starting to feel exhausted, right? You see it? Here we go. Maybe that's better. The price dropped and shorts got in when the price dropped here. Price was pretty high. The shorts got in, moved it down. It moved down, more shorts got in, and then it squeezed up. So the shorts are dropping off now. And that's when we saw that this last run for March. So if the shorts are starting to drop off again, let's go to GLD as well. Let's check out GLD, short sale volume. And let me take off silver. And we're going to add on the gold. Gold futures here. All right, so gold futures. I want to move it up. Here we go. So we can see it better. All right, so as the price started to move up, gold futures, boom, they shorted it. Didn't really affect the price that much. Then here we have the futures again. Right? It's hard because I wish I could move that up. All right, so we have the price moving up on gold. They short it. Doesn't hold it back. Doesn't hold it back. They short it again, March 17th. They short it again, April 4th. They short it again, 13th. Oh, is this a coincidence that it's Thursdays? No, Tuesday, Thursday, Tuesday. This past Thursday, it actually dropped. So, thanks, Funny Bones. I'm going to start talking a bit more too about other ways. Like I have a friend that's a fellow mom, stay-at-home mom, and talk about other ways to generate income just besides stocks, because not everyone can trade stocks. So I want to help a lot of people be able to work from anywhere in the world, right? I have done affiliate marketing, and it can be a great thing to help liberate someone from working a 9-to-5 job, right? But it's still work. You just have to do the work, and it pays off for yourself. So there's so much money that is made online, and I want to say it's something like 30% of all sales actually go through affiliate links online. I'm going to get the full stats for you guys. So I'm going to talk about that a bit as well, because when you have multiple streams of income, then that is true freedom, because you are not tied to a job somewhere else. You have the financial freedom to live your life on your own terms. You don't have anyone scouring your social media. Oh, you said this, you did that. There's no political judgment on what you do, right? And how that could affect your career, as far as, oh no, so-and-so said this, and they work for this company, and this company has a different mentality, so you're getting fired, right? That can happen to people. So when you find another resource, we also look at, there's the biggest recession that's about to probably happen in US history. And if you're setting up multiple streams of income, that you're going to be able to support yourself if you were to get laid off from your job. So I really want to help others be self-sufficient and financially free. All right?